Okay, this is going to be a challenging one. I'm not sure how to position this one on the glass. It's an interesting one. I'm going to leave it at 100. So I'm wondering if we're going to make it negative. So we're going to have to switch on and just put these on. Going to switch on this. I wonder what background colour. I don't think we're going to... I wonder if we're going to add a background colour or not. Or we're just going to go straight to colour adjust. This one's going to be an interesting one if it can look any good in negative. So we're probably going to take it cooler. For some reason we're going cooler with this. So just set this silly piece of shit machine up. I think we're going to leave the colour balance just in case we have to do some corrections. So it's not always good to put all the colours up at once, because then you can't go any higher when you need more red, or not red, magenta for example. But this is our original pair of bill fragments. I tore these off and I decided to make something creative out of it. So let's see if we can make these bill fragments look any good. So I'm just wondering which end I'm going to put to the top. We're just going to put this end to the top. So like so. I don't know how it's going to look. We're just using that edge there as a guide to get it straight. We're just moving it further towards the A4, and we're just going to try and, I don't know how far we're going to take this in. We're going to try and be intuitive, and we've got to keep playing with the machine while we're, from time to time, so we don't end up auto clearing our selections of features. But this one looks like A5 is almost there. So we're going to enlarge this along the vertical axis, and I think the horizontal axis can remain the same. So we're going to make a vertical enlargement. Actually, we're just going to we're going to select that. It's already in the system. And then to keep it simple, we just put 100% on the X. The Y is the vertical. We're enlarging the Y axis. Okay, let's see how we go. I don't know how this is going to look. The colours don't look terribly promising on the original. Here we go. Stabilising image, please wait. Okay. So let's see how this goes. Let's see how we've made this look. Wow, that looks better than I thought. I thought this was going to look like shit. I don't think we're going to add a background colour, but this looks good. We're going to make this into I think a 4-way mirror image. So it's a little bit crooked, but no, it's not that bad. I think it's good enough. We're not going to get too fussed. So we're just going to print off another of the same. But I like the pastel colours in this. I'm really quite impressed with how those have come out. How we've got those, and some bright colours. It's interesting. So this one's unfortunately curling, but fortunately we've not got the curling edges in the middle of the page where we're going to line up our images. So this is our second one. A little bit curly. It's a little bit annoying when the corner here lifts a bit. Little lift off, you could call it. Anyway, that looks interesting. And now we're just going to take this and we're going to print off 2 mirror images of this. So we're just going to take this, we're going to hit mirror image, and we're just going to go close that and then hit off 2 copies to make it simple. And then that should be pretty much it. Then we have to lay it on the bed and then show what the finished job is. So here we go. Okay, let's see how this has come out. Oh shit, original size. The original size is not working. The automatic detect isn't working with this original, so we have to redo those. That's the problem. I like to run them off, but it's It's usually the mirror images where I have problems occasionally with original original size problems. It's automatic. It's not working for this. So we have to go and manually select A4. That's the size we want. And yeah, I don't know why it did that. It's not easy to understand sometimes. Usually it works just fine. But this time it fucked up. You can't always rely on auto functions. A lot of the time you can't. I used to always put in the original size, but normally 99 times out of 100 or maybe 90 times out of 100, you don't need to play around with the original size. But it's tough to know just when, but you can see I've corrected myself in that area, and this correction has meant that my copies have come out the way they were intended. So we're just going to line these up in the corners. These are our mirror images, this one and this one. Sorry for stating the obvious. Yeah, I like to make sure that people understand what the fuck is going on, because hey, copier configuration art is complicated. At least the shit that I get into gets very complicated. And a lot of photocopier artists have ceased to be photocopier artists in recent times because the machines have these silly issues like that. So let's see. I think I was having my doubts when I first ripped this off the streetlight pole, and I just arranged these two pieces, but I'm really happy with that. That's really abstract. You wouldn't know what the fuck that is now. It's interesting, I think. Anyway, gotta go.